Well, hi everyone, Shaun Humphries here. Welcome to All Things Retirement. Well, in this installment, we're going to talk about the 10th lesson from Dr. Riley Moyne's great book, The 10 Lessons, How You Can Squeeze All the Juice Out of Retirement. If you go to the show notes for this video, there's actually a playlist of all the videos we've recorded dealing with different chapters from this book. I'd encourage you to go to that playlist. I mean, if you're thinking about retirement, hearing the stories and lessons from successful retirees, I think, plays an important role in your planning for that great transition that we call retirement. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you do so you don't miss future content that we're posting on a regular basis. As well, if you go to the show notes, you'll find links to complimentary retirement income planning resources, and you can find out how you can get a complimentary retirement income plan. So in this lesson, the lesson is don't be afraid of death. So what does that have to do with being happy in your retirement? There's a really good quote at the beginning of this chapter. The greatest tragedy is not death, it's life without purpose. Knowing your purpose gives meaning to your life. It simplifies your life. It focuses your life. It energizes your life. Now that theme has been embedded, I think, in a few different spots in this book. So the big takeaway is, as you transition into retirement, don't assume that your sense of purpose will just continue on. There's a lot of things that we get a sense of purpose from in our pre-retirement years that may not be there when you retire. A very simple example would be, your work, which may give you purpose and meaning. Often for families, as their kids grow up and move out, there's a kind of a loss. There's an emptiness that comes into their life because they don't have something to fill the purpose that they got from raising their kids and family. And retirement's like that as well. It's both a gain and an opportunity, and there's excitement, but there's also losses, sometimes losses of relationships, purpose, meaning, using skills and abilities. So you need to really think through how you're going to replace that sense of purpose. Now, the other thing that Dr. Moynes found out when he talked to these successful retirees and gleaned these various lessons was, he asked the question, what's your greatest fear when it comes to the end of your life? And you'd think it would be a fear of death, but the reality is that that's not the case. In the chapter, he talks about the fact that the sentiment expressed most often and most fervently by the experts was that their greatest fear at the end of their life was not death, it was not having lived fully and wisely. So again, that's an important takeaway. Are there things that you would like to do that you haven't done yet? Is retirement that opportunity to begin exploring those things in your life? Take out a piece of paper right now. Write out all those goals that you might have as you transition into retirement. You'll have more time to do those things likely. Get that bucket list down and to begin developing very specific plans to do those things that you have so you have no regrets. And like I said, what specifically are you doing to cultivate purpose so that you are enjoying that retirement transition? Now, another lesson that we can learn from successful retirees is they actually did wrestle with the aspect of legacy. What will their kids, their family, their grandchildren remember about their life and what was important to them? And how do they make a difference in the lives of others? My wife has a whole series of photographs of different family members that go along the wall as we go upstairs to our second floor of our house. And I really appreciate the fact that she's gathered those pictures, she's ordered them in a certain kind of order by age and when those folks lived and how they were part of our genealogy. But the reality is you don't have to go back too far before you really don't know too much about those folks. And it's really unfortunate. Once you go back, one or two generations, there's a lot of information that gets lost. And yet, there's all this interest in genealogies and learning about people and where do we come from. But wouldn't it be awesome to know about the values and beliefs of the people that are part of our genealogy, part of our family? So one of the ways that you can keep that legacy going is through something called a life legacy letter. So imagine you're sitting down with your kids or your grandchildren and you're taking a look at those photo albums and the pictures of the various people from years past, maybe generations past. But wouldn't it be awesome to know a little bit more about that individual's hopes or dreams, their values, their acquired wisdom that they're imparting to their family, so that their family can benefit from that wisdom? There's a family that lives beside us, and they had fled Poland in the Second World War, and were very fortunate to get out in time so they were not victims of the Holocaust. And the grandfather in that family, when they got together for various holidays, Jewish holidays, that family consistently talked about the story of their family, where they came from, the trials and tribulations, and the triumphs that the family experienced. I think that's probably rare for a lot of families, and yet that heritage, I think, is really an important thing to pass on. And future generations can acquire wisdom and values that will be important in their life. And so the life legacy letter can play a role. This is from Dr. Andrew Weil. A life legacy letter can be a powerful gift to leave your family at the end of your life. But I think its main importance is what it can give you in the midst of your life as you go through the exercise of creating it. One individual said this: "How will they know about my hopes and dreams, my thoughts, my feelings, my values, my faith, and my acquired wisdom if I don't tell them?" I want to be more than just a picture, a photograph, and a photo album. So the goal of writing a life legacy letter is to link a person to their family, clarify their ethical and spiritual values, and communicate a legacy to future generations. Writing one clarifies identity and focuses life purpose. It also addresses people's need to belong, to be known, and to be remembered, and to make a difference. Anyway, again, as I've said in past videos, I hope this is food for thought. There is actually a link in the show notes to the website called lifelegacyletter.com. I'd encourage you to go to that website and really give strong consideration to maybe making this a part of the tradition of your family, in particular for the elders in your family, to write down their words of wisdom, their experiences, their values. Start creating those stories for families. What was Grandma and Grandpa's background? What were their challenges and struggles? What were their triumphs? What things did they learn that they could bring into our family to make us better people and better contributors to our communities? I think it's an awesome idea. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that so you don't miss future content. And again, go to the show notes for links to additional resources for your retirement planning journey. Anyway, wishing you all the best in your retirement and overall wealth planning journey. You take care. Bye-bye.